The usual suspects can lie to themselves all they want and to us, claiming that they don't see color, or that racism is a thing of the past, or white supremacy doesn't exist. They can continue to tell us that until they are red in the face, and we should and will never ever believe them. So in this picture, you see two people. On the left is a man or a young man by the name of Jason Jenkins, and on the right is a picture of a degenerate by the name of Timothy Carter. So the story goes that Tim was working his shift at Walmart, just a regular typical day. And by the way, this happened in Illinois. He was working his shift at Walmart, and then all of a sudden, the white guy, Timothy Carter, just came out of nowhere and stabbed Jason to death. Mind you, Jason was only 18. Life hadn't even truly began for him. Imagine you just working your shift and then out of nowhere, someone you don't even know, someone that you've never seen before a day in your life, just comes up to you and stabs you to death, and the thing is, you don't even know why. Well, it turns out there is a reason as to why Tim did it, and that goes back to my first statement before I even told you their names. Apparently, Timothy went up there and scoped out the Walmart that Jason worked at because he was looking for a black target. So it didn't even matter who the person was, just as long as they were black. They didn't even have to work at the Walmart, just as long as they were black. So Jason was the first person he saw, the first black body he saw, and said, you know what, he will do. And that's exactly what happened. So now that I've given you a little summary, I'm going to go ahead now and go into the article that was posted by the Atlanta Black Star, and it was posted March 27th, 2024. An Illinois man is accused of killing an 18-year-old Walmart employee during his shift over the weekend. Timothy Carter, aged 28, he's 10 years older than him, was arrested and charged with first-degree murder for the killing of the teen identified by local news as Jason Jenkins. When officers from the Rockford Police Department arrived at the local retail chain around 6 p.m. on Sunday, they found the victim with a life-threatening stab wound to the back. How a cowardice move. He stabbed him in the back. Jenkins was taken to a hospital for treatment but succumbed to his injuries. Police said that Carter and the victim did not know each other. The suspect claimed that before he went to Walmart, he was rejected from 2 mental health hospitals. Here they go. Based on court records obtained by WIFR, Carter told investigators that he went to the health center Rosecrans for help, but was initially denied treatment until he said he was going to kill himself. Hospital staff then transported him to another facility, UW Health Swedish American Hospital, where he was also released without care. That's when he went to the Walmart where Jenkins worked. Carter was captured on video with 2 knives, giving all of the African American people dirty looks, according to the report. Surveillance video reportedly shows Carter grabbing a silver kitchen knife and a red hunting knife from the store. A witness who was also an employee at the Walmart says she heard Carter use a racial slur before Jenkins screamed inside the store. The attacker reportedly stabbed Jenkins while his back was turned, violently inserting the knives into his lower back. So he stabbed him with both knives. Police say the investigation is ongoing. Illinois Congressman Eric Sorensen released a statement offering his condolences to the victim's family, friends, and peers at Auburn High School. So it sounds to me like he was getting ready to graduate. Possibly, if everything lines up, it sounds to me like he was about to graduate. That's sad. That's very unfortunate. Jason Jenkins should be here today. On Sunday night, while working his shift at a Walmart in Rockford, he was stabbed out of the blue, Sorensen said. Bystanders jumped to his side, comforting him while trying to stop the bleeding. This is a powerful testament of the good in our community and how we take care of one another, no matter what. But as quick as first responders could get to his aid, they could not save Jason's life. He added, while facts continue to be uncovered surrounding the suspect's mental health, I hope it opens up dialogue and solutions surrounding mental health crisis and prevention. See, now what they're going to do is they're going to lean in on this guy's mental health thing. They threw that in there for a reason, because they're going to try to softball it, even though he's been charged, and rightfully so, with first degree murder. But it should also be upgraded to a hate crime, because he did go in there and he specifically targeted black people. And while he was stabbing Jason, he was saying racial slurs. So I believe it could have been a thing of maybe it was other people on the aisle that heard him. But, you know, no one expects something like that to happen. So their back could have been turned and they just didn't see it. And by the time they responded, they couldn't get to him. So it was like a thing of, okay, who do we go after? The person who did it or the person who's laid out bleeding? Of course, you're going to go and render aid to the person that's laid out because you're trying to save them. But at the same time, the other person is slowly, you know, getting away at the same time. Because it doesn't sound like I don't know where they arrested the killer at. Let's just call it what it is, the murderer. I don't know if they arrested him at the store or they arrested him at another location. I might have to scroll back up and see if I missed something. Richard Rundall, one of the founders of Eliminate Racism 815, a nonprofit fighting racism in Rockford, is pushing for hate crime charges for Carter. There it is. That's what I was just saying, that he needs to be hit with hate crime charges. The fact that you can just be going about your life and be killed for no reason other than you happen to be there and look different, it shouldn't be happening, said Rundle. And Rundle told that to 13WREX. Wow, this is just a sad and very unfortunate story. It's something that definitely should not happen. Before I get into what I have to say, condolences to the family and friends and peers of Jason Jenkins, only 18 years old. Like I said, life hadn't truly began yet for him. And it looks like, based on pictures that I've seen of him, he was a very outgoing type of person based on the pictures that I've seen. And it's not that many pictures. I've seen another picture of him where he's wearing a suit. It looks like he was going to some kind of function or event. I'm not sure exactly where, but he looks like he was about to go out and have a good time. All he was doing was to just routinely going to work, minding his business, making his money, go home, and just to, make money for himself for whatever, I guess, current endeavors he had going on right now, whatever the case may be. And then this happens. All we got to do is be minding our business. And the crazy part about it is, this guy got killed while he was at work. This boy got killed when he was at work. Don't they be trying to say that black people don't work and that, we're lazy? This young man got killed while working. Imagine that. He wasn't on a street corner. He wasn't selling anything. He wasn't trying to, quote unquote, rob anybody or be violent or anything like that. He was at work. And then you have the violent factor come in, the usual suspect, with one thing on his brain: let me go out there and just attack black people. And he found him. Now, what's crazy is I'm thinking like he didn't see any other black people, but apparently he did. But this one, he decided to stop, and he just decided, you know what? I'm playing duck, duck, goose, and he was the goose. Now, keep in mind what happened last year in Florida at a Dollar General. You had Ryan Palmer, a white man, go into that Dollar General and specifically kill 3 black people. One of them got killed before they could even get into the store. That was the first victim. The other 2 were in the store. Dylan Roof, what he did, he went in a church, a predominantly black church, went in there and killed 9 black people. Peyton Gendron, the Tops grocery store, went in there and killed 10 black people. But they want to say that racism and white supremacy doesn't exist. It's no longer in existence. You have the usual suspects saying that, and you have these bootlicks out there like Candace Owens. Yes, I said her, because some people seem to forget that she said stuff like that do not exist. The more and more you say stuff like that, it emboldens people like this Timothy Carter to do what he did to Jason Jenkins. Keep telling yourself that it doesn't exist, and stuff like this will continue to happen. But the straight up cowardice thing about the whole thing, even more over than the fact that he killed this boy because he was black, it's the fact that he stabbed him in the back. That is one of the most cowardice things you can do, is to take someone's life when they're not even looking. You couldn't even look this boy in the eye when you did it. That shows how much of a coward he is, which also tells me that if it wasn't Jason Jenkins that he killed, he would have killed someone else, and he would have did it in the same exact way. And that way being, of course, stabbing them in the back. That's just the coward spirit that this person has, or this individual has. Well, I hope that the charges do stick, despite the fact that they're going to try to push that mental health thing. Oh, he tried to go to these facilities, but they kept rejecting him and all different things like that. But also look into those facilities too. Apparently this guy was too crazy, allegedly, to even be there. But imagine had he actually been there, this would not have happened. Jason Jenkins most likely will definitely still be alive. But they're going to lean heavy onto that one. So keep a lookout on that. And also, these need to be upgraded to hate crime charges. It's right there. It's right there. He went in there to specifically target black people, and he did, unfortunately, and he took someone's life. He took away a son, a brother, a cousin, a nephew, a grandson, a friend, a boyfriend, assuming he had a girlfriend, so on and so forth. And he didn't care. So in my eyes, mental health be damned. I don't know that many people who quote unquote can say I have mental health and actually have a mental health issue while still being anti-black. But then again, this is the establishment known as the US. So stranger things have happened. At that point, it's no longer a quote unquote mental health thing. That is a anti-black thing.